In this video, I wanted to talk about living in the end and how to exactly do it in order to manifest whatever it is that you want. Now, if you have not heard about living in the end, it's a term often used in the manifesting community, especially people who follow Law of Assumption and Neville Goddard. And what it basically means is, when you think about the end goal, like whatever it is that you want, you think about the end goal and start living as if you already had whatever it is that you wanted. This doesn't have to be a delusional thing or anything like that, because some people might think, okay, I want to be a millionaire, so let me just go out and spend all the money that I have right now. And this is not how you do it. But I'm gonna show you how to exactly do it, and I'm also gonna give you an example to just clarify this whole situation of how to correctly or properly live in the end. So if you're interested in learning more about that, stay tuned and let's get started. Alright, welcome back to this video. My name is Rav and I'm a manifesting coach, and if you want to work one-on-one with me, the link is down in the description box below. So let me share you the story of my friend who recently was out of a job. So it was beginning of this year, and when I was talking to him over the phone, he told me that he was out of job. I had assumed that he was out of job, so I did not know what happened in between that time since I spoke to him until the next time when I met him, because he also lives in different city, different state. So I was there traveling, I was visiting him, and all of a sudden his mood is completely different than the last time when we spoke, and he looked very happy, and I assumed that he had a job now. That's why, like, he was really lit up. But he told me he did not have a job yet, and I was like, so why are you so happy? And he even offered to give me a treat, and he told me that he had gotten a job offer. Nothing was written down in paper or anything, but he was so certain that he would get it because of the interview and everything going right, that he just knew, like, to the core of his body, that he was gonna get that job. The salary wasn't there yet, the bonus and everything, the sign-up bonus, nothing was there yet, but he knew he was gonna get all of that. The way he was talking to me, that was basically living in the end. Even though he did not have a sign-up bonus or a salary or even a written agreement to tell him that he already had a job, in his mind, he already had a job because the interview went right. Now, in his case, he already had a job interview and there was a lot of assurance that he was gonna get a job. That's why he was like completely ecstatic and happy about the job. But you don't even need to do that in order to be living in the end. You could do it without even starting a job hunt. You could even be doing it before you actually have a job interview or anything like that. So what I'm trying to say is, you act as if you are the person who already has that job. You think as if you are the person who already has that job. And most importantly, you also have to feel as if you already have that job. When you start living from that aspect, you become very magnetic, you become very attractive, and that's how you're gonna attract exactly what it is that you want. Now, let me break this down even more for you so you can understand what exactly living in the end means. And I have some notes here in my phone. I'm just gonna share it out with you guys. So number one, it is done. When you start living in the end, you have to always assume that whatever that it is that you want is already done. It's already coming to your way, even if you're not there. And when you start living from that kind of state of mind, it starts becoming easier for you to become less anxious and be more on the positive side of viewing things from that kind of mindset, right? So it's done. You identify yourself as the person who already has it. It's gonna be a difference in more of an identity level, right? So there's a person who is in a relationship or who isn't, right? You may not be in a relationship yet, but if you start believing that you already are worthy of being in a relationship, of course you're lovable, or of course you're worthy of a job, of course you're worthy of whatever it is that you want. There's a difference in between the identity, right? If you're feeling like you don't deserve it, you basically feel that's kind of crushed feeling, right? But if you feel, of course you're worthy of whatever it is that you want, it could be a person, it could be a job, it could be whatever, there is more of an elated feeling, right? So the feeling is gonna take you to wherever it's gonna go. Whenever you think about what it is that you desire, you wouldn't be worried at all. It just becomes like a part of your life. You think about it, desire makes you happy, and you believe in your mind that everything that you do is leading you up to your desires. So there's like less worrying in your mind. And the next thing that I find very, very important is you need to stop being so obsessed about having that thing, having that job, having that person, whatever it is that you want, right? You need to stop being so obsessed about it and start focusing on other things as if you already had whatever it is that you want, right? So if you have some hobbies that you're putting off, if you have some traveling or whatever it is that you want to do, right? Just do it as if you already had that thing. Obsession just creates more and more anxiety and tension, which kind of like spirals you down into thinking that, okay, it's too good for me now, I can't have this or whatever, right? And you don't want to go on those kind of mindsets. And the last thing that I feel which is very important for living in the end is it's really okay to daydream. In fact, I do encourage daydream, because when you daydream from this place of having faith that this is going to happen, it is going to manifest. That is the law. That is the promise. That imagination is God in itself. So when you start imagining, visualizing things with certain expectations, you know it is going to happen. The only reason it may not happen is you imagine something, but it makes you feel anxious. Then you go in a downward spiral and you feel like, okay, it was all for waste or whatever. So when you start daydreaming or visualizing with certain expectations, that is the law. It has to manifest. It's great to daydream about future scenarios as if it was happening right now. And always do it with having some faith, certain expectations that it's going to happen. For example, if you're trying to manifest that job we're talking about, you can already start visualizing about being in this work environment which is very harmonious. Or if it's SP that you're trying to manifest, you can imagine going out on romantic dates and just making love or whatever you find appealing, right? Like whatever it is that you find appealing, because it's your vision, it's your daydream. It's like it needs to be true and real for you. So I hope learning about all these things kind of ease your mind on living in the end, because it's not something that needs to be super delusional or anything like that. It's more about feeling and having that expectation of what it is that you already want. And as long as you follow all these things that I mentioned in this video, whatever it is that you desire, it is going to manifest into your life. And if you need additional help, I'm here to help you. I can provide you with one-on-one coaching. You can find the link down in the description box below. And besides that, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below as well. And with that being said, guys, I want to wish you all the very best. Happy manifesting. Goodbye and namaste.